Official announcement could be made today after midfielder Carlos Baleba passed his Manchester United medical and signed a 5-year contract with an option to extend until 2032.
Manchester United have finally got their man. After months of interest, negotiations and uncertainty, Carlos Baleba is now on the verge of becoming a Manchester United player. And the latest update makes this transfer feel much more real than it did just a few days ago. According to Sky Sports, Baleba has completed his Manchester United medical, clearing another major step before the move is officially announced. The agreement with Brighton is worth £70 million in total, with Manchester United paying £65 million guaranteed and a further £5 million potentially arriving through performance-related add-ons. Brighton have also secured a sell-on clause as part of the deal for a 22-year-old midfielder. That is a significant investment, but it is also a very different price from the valuation Brighton placed on Baleba only 1 year ago. Last summer, Brighton were reportedly looking for around £100 million, with some reports suggesting the valuation could rise as high as £150 million including add-ons. Manchester United ultimately walked away from that deal. 12 months later, United have managed to bring the player to Old Trafford for a guaranteed £65 million, potentially rising to £70 million. And that is what makes this transfer particularly interesting. Manchester United are not simply buying a talented young midfielder. They are betting that Carlos Baleba can become one of the defining players of their midfield for years to come. Baleba arrived at Brighton from Lille in 2023 and has already made 112 appearances for the club. He has also established himself internationally with Cameroon, gaining valuable Premier League experience at a remarkably young age. His biggest qualities are clear when you watch him play. Baleba brings physical power, athleticism, and defensive aggression, but he is also capable of carrying the ball through midfield and driving his team forward. That combination is extremely valuable in the Premier League. Manchester United have been looking for a midfielder who can impose himself physically, recover possession, and provide greater authority in the center of the pitch. Baleba has a profile to do exactly that. However, there is an important warning here. His last season at Brighton was not as consistent as the breakout campaign that made him one of Europe's most wanted young midfielders. His performances dipped, his numbers fell, and his development appeared to slow down. That is why Manchester United are taking a calculated risk. They are not paying £70 million for the finished version of Carlos Baleba. They are paying for the player they believe he can become. And at just 22 years old, there's still enormous room for development. There's also a timing issue surrounding his arrival. Baleba recently suffered an ankle ligament injury during preseason, and Sky Sports reports that he is expected to be fit around the middle of September. That means Manchester United fans may have to wait a little longer before seeing their new midfielder make his competitive debut. But once he is fully fit, the expectation will be enormous, because £65 million guaranteed is not a small investment. Manchester United have clearly decided that Carlos Baleba is worth it. And if he can rediscover the form that made Brighton demand more than £100 million for him last year, United may have just secured one of the most important pieces of their midfield rebuild for significantly less than the price that was being discussed 12 months ago. Carlos Baleba is almost a Manchester United player. The medical is done. The agreement is in place. The fee can reach £70 million. And now, Manchester United are waiting for the final announcement. The question is no longer whether United will sign Carlos Baleba. The question is just how good Carlos Baleba can become at Old Trafford.